Alright guys, we are back with issue 4, stage 7 of the Ecto-1 build. So we got 7, 8, 9, and 10, so hopefully we'll get them out weekly. I know we did not get 5 and 6 out weekly, but so be it. With this issue we ended up getting a bonus Ecto-1 license plate full size. Could slap that on your car if you wanted. Pretty cool. I am 100% okay with that. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. I have some license plates in the garage on the wall. Maybe I'll throw it up on there. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's crack the issue open and we'll get building. So pretty much all these issues kind of focus on building the engine. Let's get all our parts separated out. Plastic, not quite sure. It might be die cast. Definitely think it's die cast. Distributor feels plastic. Little piece that we lost in here somewhere. That's plastic, 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 die cast, die cast, plastic, and plastic. Alright, so we're going to start with our EM screws here. We're going to put them to the side over here. We're going to take this and we're going to take this piece and that just kind of bolts on like that, and we'll get this through and we'll start fastening things down. And we'll take our EM screws, put them to the side, because next we need some AP, because we're going to be attaching some plastic parts. So we'll put our APs up here, and hopefully we won't confuse them with the EMs. I know you're trying, AP. And we're going to take what looks like the other header here. Actually, I'm sorry, we're not taking that. We're taking this piece here, and we want it to look like this. And then we're going to secure it with the APs on the back. Alright, with that in place, we're going to actually open another set of screws, the DMs, and we'll put the DMs over on this side so we don't confuse them. I'll put it down here. We take this piece and we take our engine assembly from the last issue here, and this is going to bolt right in like this. And I see how that's supposed to go, but I am not able to get that quite in place. So I see what the problem is here. We put this one on the wrong way. It turns out that it's closer on one side than it is the other, so we have to take this off and switch it around. So it's interesting because they use this like 3/4 angle, and if you weren't paying attention, you can't really tell even in the 3/4 angle that was how it was supposed to go. But now we should be able to slide that in, and now it connects there, so we can take our DM and put it in here and get this fastened together. Alright, so we've got that in place. Very wobbly right now, but I assume that will work itself out shortly. So from here we're going to come to this piece here. And we want it like this, and looks like we're going to put our distributor, I assume that's the distributor, on, and doesn't look like it goes in too far, and we take our AP and put it in. Whoops, not going to work it all that way. There we go. So we got that in place, looks good. We're going to skip to this part here, and we're looking for this little blue piece, and that is going to go right in here, and we actually need another set of screws, the BP screws. And we only need one, so we'll leave the other one in the bag because we're getting an awful lot of screws on the table and we don't want to confuse any of them. And so BP is going to extend through this little hole down here, and let's make sure that our screwdriver has a small enough tip to turn it. Okay. And now this thing is slotted out, so you can only theoretically put it one way once we find it on the floor. So there is a little recess on here, so it only does fit in one way, just if you're wondering how you know you've got it on the right way. So we get that, we'll put that down, we'll take our BP that went over here, kind of get that in place on our screwdriver, and this one is definitely a little tricky because you have to hold this little piece, and I don't want to hold the little black piece here because we don't want to break it off, but you have to hold something so you can actually screw this in. So there we go. So from here we're going to go back to our distributor plate here, and this is going to fit just like that, and then we take our APs and fasten this in. So we've got that worked out. Now we are coming to this piece here, which I wonder which way they want this to go. I don't know if this is going to end up mattering or not, but you can see we have two little holes here on the top and none on this side. I believe that it's supposed to go this way, though it is a little tough to see. And once that's in place, again, it's APs all the way. And there we go, it's done. And it's interesting just how much detail is in there, and you get, you know, whatever this little piece is actually having an extension out. I don't know if a hose or anything is going to connect to it after, but pretty cool. So we're going to take our final set of screws, the EPs. We need 2 of them, so we'll take them out. We take this piece here and this piece here, and it looks like with this up, oops, we want this to connect like so. So we're going to take our EPs, put them through this, fight a little bit more. There we go. Get that in there. And connect it like this. So, enough talk, let's get to fastening. So with that in place, we once again come back to here. We can see that there is a specific way that this is going to go in. It locks in like that. And then we get an AP to secure it. So once that's in place, we come back to our engine here and making sure our dipstick didn't come out because it felt like it did. This piece here kind of fits on just like this. And let's make sure that this stays in its hole. There we go, just like that. We'll put that down. And then we're going to find our DMs, which are up here. We take the 2 of these. we're gonna come back to this over here, bring this guy in place, and bolt it in with our DMs. And then we have this like that, and that is stage 7. So I assume stage 8. Oh, we did forget one piece here. So we did miss our oil pan, and this is definitely what I would say a little bit of a tough fit in here. It kind of clips in there. Let's get one bolt in here. We need our EM. And probably best to get it on the screwdriver. And with that in place, we probably can loosen this one here so we can make sure that this thing is able to move enough that this is going to want to clip in place. So I think that that looks pretty good overall once we get this in. Let's try it. So there we go. That is our finished stage 7 with the pieces like this. Pretty much the next couple issues just pick up where we left off. And we keep building this engine. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week.